There is a scientific consensus that the floating ice of the North Pole will thaw completely in the summer of 2030 approximately. Then, the albedo effect will no longer be present, the sun's rays will not bounce back into the upper atmosphere, the waters of the Arctic Ocean will begin to overheat and a chain reaction will start causing the release of the immense deposits of methane gas hydrates underwater and the continental peak, permafrost, with which the average temperature of the planet will rise 6 C and up to 12 C in both poles, accelerating the melting of the glacier massifs. The melting of the Greenland ice will make the oceans rise up to 7 meters and the Antarctic up to 17 meters. This will happen abruptly in a period no longer than 5 years. So, do we have time until 2030 to apply preventive and corrective measures to the situation picture? No. The answer depends on the critical threshold for the abrupt release of methane gas at the North Pole. The chain reaction is likely to start when the floating ice is reduced by 50% or a little more. And at the start, methane, 35 times more efficient than CO2 in heating the atmosphere, will further accelerate the thawing of the North Pole ice. This places us temporarily between the years 2025 to 2027. What are our chances of stopping this chain reaction? We have time until 2020. We must declare a global state of emergency, reduce global carbon emissions by 80%, directly ban vehicles from explosion and switch to electric and hydrogen, plant 30 billion kiri trees per year and build thousands of giant coal-to-exhaust fans. If we do not do this immediately, we must move on to Plan B, evacuate the coastal cities, convene the governments and the armed forces and plan the logistics for the transfer of hundreds of millions of people to high ground, providing for their vital support and the post-flood organization of each coastal country. Move the industrial parks located in connection with the ports and provide alternative maritime stations to continue with the international maritime traffic. If we continue as before, in complete inaction and increasing carbon pollution, we will accelerate the process even more. If we apply measures beyond 2020, the inertia of the CO2 already released into the atmosphere plus the inertia of our civilization's consumption system will not allow us to stop the chain reaction of the release of methane in the North Pole. Likewise, it is extremely important that the 2% plan for the planet be applied, trying to stabilize the temperature by an average of 4 C and not by 6 C or 8 C, which would be catastrophic. It is up to the scientific panel of the IPCC to determine how much time we have left before the abrupt release of methane accumulated in the North Pole and then decide to declare the planetary emergency. We are in this situation because we underestimate the problem. We thought we had more time. We must reconsider that we have been debating about global warming for the last 40 years, and if we know anything, it is that nature does not forgive.